Thank you for taking the time to complete the questionnaire. If you look at the chart on the left of the screen, you can see that the software has taken your answers and calculated your risk profile. Please take a moment to read the descriptions. They give an overall impression of different levels of attitude to risk. Are you happy that your result accurately reflects how you feel about investment risk? Does it sound like you? Now look at the pie chart at the top right of the screen. It gives a broad indication of how your investments will be split by asset class. The proportion of your investment held in different assets will vary according to your risk profile. Okay, so that explains what we mean by your risk profile. Now we're going to look at your capacity for loss. What do we mean by capacity for loss? Well, another way we assess if investments are appropriate for you is to look at historical figures to illustrate what might have happened to your money if you had invested at the wrong time. Basically, we're looking at the worst case scenario. To do this, we use an industry standard method called maximum drawdown. So, for example, let's look at an example of a typical investment graph on screen. We can immediately see the difference between the highest peak and the lowest valley. The difference between the values is the worst case scenario. The largest possible difference between the high and low for this example investment over the given period. We use a little maths to convert the difference into a percentage and help us to compare the riskiness of different investments. In this example, your maximum drawdown or worst case scenario is 30%. Okay, to help clarify what this might really mean, let's look at what history tells us. Here, we backtested the returns for a similar investment to your risk profile to see what might have happened over the last 1, 3, and 5 years. And we've also modeled the performance during the most recent financial crash of 2008, so you can see what happens in especially turbulent times. It's very important to bear in mind that past performance is not necessarily a guide to investment returns in the future. And of course, in reality, stock markets crash from time to time. If you invest for long enough, it's likely that you'll be affected at some point. So, in conclusion, please review all the information on the screen and make sure it matches your thoughts and feelings on investment risk. Only when you're happy with the assessment of your attitude to risk and capacity for loss should you discuss your goals and objectives with your financial advisor.